Good morning. Welcome. I'm Dawn Spiegelberg of Bodywise Bodywork. That's my camera tipping. And it is a beautiful Monday morning. I want to welcome you to happiness and the underlying feelings of happiness. And I want to share with you why that exists and how I know it exists. We went on a hike yesterday, and I have two lovely children, and both of them are on opposite ends of the spectrum. One tends to be much more pessimistic, and the other one tends to be optimistic. And during times of happiness with both of them, that underlying story always shows through. Now, it's very fascinating because the basic differences are not that great. The basic differences in how they express themselves are far greater. When I was growing up, I was raised in a very religious family. Religious meaning that we went to church frequently, and we were at church almost all the time. But the truth of that experience is that while we were a religious family, deep down, my father was trying to teach us spirituality as well. And my father happened to be a very spiritual person. And what I mean by spiritual is that he took his understanding of religion, he took his practice of religion, and created his life based on what he believed. So underlying my father's practice of religion was a spirituality based on a deep, deep belief. So when we look at those people around us, and in my case, I'm looking at my children, they can be happy and they can demonstrate happiness. But the truth is, underneath that happiness is a belief of what's possible and what you're capable of. And the belief from my youngest is that he believes from an optimistic place. He believes that it's possible to be happy. And underneath my older son is the lack of belief in happiness. He doesn't really believe that he can be happy. And it's demonstrated through lots of experiences that he has that show how he shouldn't be happy or how he can't be happy. So the truth is, it's what's deep inside you that allows the happiness to come to the surface. So I ask you, what is that depth inside you? What is underlying all of your potential happiness? And what's keeping you from being happy if you're not demonstrating that happiness? Tony Robbins likes to call the fuel, and he has a little formula. It's not based on your potential alone. So everyone has potential. Everyone has potential for happiness, great happiness. Everyone has potential for an amazing life. In fact, those are some of the principles that our country is founded on. The pursuit of happiness. Everyone has that potential. But what underlies your potential is your belief in whether or not you can be happy, whether or not you deserve happiness. And that is the underlying choice that you will make that will demonstrate in your life what you believe. So what you believe is what you get, and it's possible for you to be happy and it's possible for you to pursue happiness, but you must have the underlying structure in place in order for that happiness to bubble to the surface. My father had spirituality in the form of religion that was the foundation of his happiness. I'm choosing something called coherence, which is the foundation of my happiness. And when I look at the idea of spirituality, when I look at the underlying belief to the happiness around me, it turns out that there is coherence between what someone believes, and it influences directly what they think. And that is the connection between the heart and the mind. That is the coherence I'm talking about. For more information, feel free to look at my webpage, which is heartwise.wixsite.com, coherence. And until next time, think head-wise, feel heart-wise, and move body-wise, because underneath it all is your belief into whether you can be wise in your mind, in your heart, and in your body.